James, first question I suppose is just talk us through your season for a bit, because this time 12 months ago you were getting ready for FA Youth Cup games and such, and now here you are as part of the first team squad on a regular basis. If you can you just kind of sum up the last kind of 12 months for you?
Yeah, so obviously the last 12 months have been a big step in my career. Probably the fastest I've been moved up levels, and for me this season it's just been about, obviously the start of the season I was just grafting every day to get in the team, and even if it was off the bench, as many minutes as possible, and just learning from other players, learning from every game, playing in different positions as well, getting used to it. And I've loved the start of this season just as much as I loved working up to it last season, so I just want to keep going and take my game to another level now and really start kicking on.
What's been the feedback you've got from the management team, both at the level that you were at, who obviously recommended that you were ready, but also from now the senior management team who've involved you more this year?
Yes, the feedback is always positive, but there's always something to get from games as well. So if there's something I've not done that well, we'll watch it back or we'll look at occasions when it's happened, and it's always something for me to learn from. That's the most important thing. But also, like last season, when I did make the step up at first, from the staff, it was just to have belief in myself, because they had the belief in me, so there was no reason why I couldn't go out and play my own game and enjoy myself, really.
The manager's talked a lot about trusting the younger players. He talked about Rhys Walters on Tuesday night. Obviously trusts you as well because he's involved you quite a lot, but he hasn't picked you probably where your best position is yet. He freely admits that. How's it been for you getting used to playing on that kind of left side, and what have you picked up from playing there?
No, I think it's definitely a position I can play. I played there a few times before on loan, and when he told me I was playing there, it wasn't like a big thing for me. It was just maybe the start of the season, the biggest thing I had to look at was defensively, because obviously sometimes in that wing back role, if you're getting a bit of pressure against you, you've got to be switched on all the time, and that's something that was open between me and the staff. We've been looking at my defensive work, so like I say, I'll play in any position and give everything I've got, and I think if I could become a wing back for the rest of my career, you never really know in football, so I just want to keep learning in the positions I am playing and keep improving my performances there.
How have the staff and the analysts and everything helped you with all the clips and all that? Has that been a big part of your improvement as a footballer?
It's massive, because you're on the pitch and you hear someone say something to you and you think, oh, well, I don't think I could. And then you watch it back and you think, oh, I definitely should have done that. So it's just that peace of mind that you know exactly what you should have done in that moment and what you can do the next time if a similar situation occurs. You've done it before, you might not have done it right, make sure you do it right this time.
There's a lot of younger players in the squad, but there's some older lads as well. Have they really helped in mentoring you how to go about being a senior player?
Yeah, definitely. It's like I know who to look up to every single day, and just doing the right things without fail every single day, and that's just what I want to do as well. I want to become like them, play as many games as them. So it's helped me massively.
There's some games coming up: Bolton, Bristol Rovers, Portsmouth. Irrespective of whether you play, it must be great to be around those type of games and the preparation for them, because you learn so much, and if you do play, you're in some fantastic atmospheres as well. How big a part is that in your development as well, learning to play in those bigger stage games?
These are the games I've always wanted to play in. Playing against strong teams, big crowds, it's the dream since you're a kid. So, and there is a different kind of feel to these games, but at the end of the day, it's the same. Go out, do your job. Can you express yourself and enjoy the game, really?
I know your family have been really supportive and encouragement. What have they made of this last few months or so, where you've been around the first team more and you've done interviews and everything? What have they been like?
Yeah, no, they're very supportive of me, and like my mum's like a bit different to my dad. She's like, "Oh, you're doing so well," whereas my dad will pull me and say, "I think you need to do more." And I forgot what game it was. He pulled me. It was like that wasn't your best game today. I was like, yeah, I know. He's like, I know it's a step up, but you still play your own game. And so I think that helps me as well, because my dad doesn't care who I'm playing against. He just wants me to go out and do my best. So my family have been massive for me.
And the last thing for me was just the idea that you're a bit further forward than some of the other younger lads like Rhys and Jack and one or two of the others. But do you kind of see yourself as a bit of a role model for them to say, well, what I've done and what I am doing, you can do too if you carry on your development?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think, them lads can look to me and think, he's a role model, but in the same way, I'm also a friend to him. I've played with him all last season. We get on really well, and I've played with Reece for years, and it's one of them I kind of always knew he was going to keep getting better and better, and you see him every day in training getting more confidence, and see him in the games. He's doing really well, and I just hope he keeps going. The same to Jack. And all the young lads, if they have the right mentality in training, they've all got ability to do well.
Thank you.
Do you feel your adaptability and the versatility that you've got has helped you develop, because you possibly do have a position you prefer, but has that helped you in many ways in the way you've developed?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think playing in a variety of positions, or being able to play in a variety of positions, is always good for getting minutes, because you can play, obviously you can come on off the bench, or you can start in a position if there's an injury. So yeah, I think it has helped me develop, but also I do want to get one position where I'm playing consistently and I can get as good as I can in that position.
And the senior players in the squad, have they helped you in terms of maybe the players you look up to? You probably look up to them all, but there's probably maybe one player who plays in the position you would like to play in. Has that helped you through?
Yeah, listen, there's so many experienced players and senior players in the team that I look up to. There's for different ways as well, because obviously Smudge, he came through the academy like I did, and he's played an unbelievable amount of games. Players like Funzo, who he looks like a prime 25-year-old out there, and he's just dominating every game. And there's loads of players. Jason Lowe's got so much experience, and I'm just taking bits from their game every day in training, and also playing alongside them or watching them every day. I try and learn from them and see how they've got to where they are now.